Hi, welcome to IST611, week number 3. This week we're going to focus on communication, both synchronous and asynchronous communication. There are no long research articles this week. Gave you a complete break on that. There are just some short popular articles, and I think you'll really enjoy reading them. What we're going to do is, in the one article, it is Introduction to Communications, and that lays the groundwork, divides the synchronous, asynchronous, and kind of points out the benefits of each one of those. And then we're going to focus in on the two latest types of communications, which is Twitter and Skype. Now, we're not going to Skype this week. Previously, in previous years with this course we have, but it was almost too soon and everybody wasn't up on Skype and comfortable. So I have moved Skype back to week number 7. So we're going to Skype on March 1st. This week what we're going to do is tweet. That's 140 characters on Twitter. It's called a tweet. And you'll see that through the articles. So one of your assignments this week, if you haven't already done that, is to log on to Twitter and to follow me. My ID is Pam B. So follow me and I'll tweet with you. What you can also do if you want is, in our forum discussions, is the listing of Skype IDs of all the other students and also Twitter. So if you would like to follow someone else, do so. And then all of you can tweet and you can follow and be followed by each other. And you can only do it for just a week. See what it's like. I am going to be tweeting you, but not personally, professionally. I will point out different articles, different things that are happening during the week that I think you might be interested, that I have learned about. It isn't a technology that I use often, I admit that. I think there is a place for Twitter, and you'll see in the articles, it can be very powerful within the classroom. And it's very interesting technology, and that's why I want you to experience it. You don't have to take it too serious. I don't. I think Twitter's kind of fun. The one place I do really enjoy Twitter is at a conference, at an AASL conference or a literacy technology conference, in which a whole group of us will tweet what's going on. And very often I follow those tweets, and very often I'll find out about a session that's going on. That's fabulous. And so I leave the session I'm in and I kind of run to the other session, or I can keep track of my friends, what they're, even in the same room, if we're at the same session, we could be twittering, and it's called a back channel, and we're commenting on what's going on, and it's a very involved form of learning. Not everybody likes it. They find it distracting. But I want you to try to experience a little bit of it, and then we'll discuss it on the forums. So there is no live Skype, but there is forums. And on the forums, we will be talking about Skype and Twitter. And Alice and Kristen are facilitating the discussion on the two forums, Group A and Group B. Your assignment for this week, we're going to be moving on. You're all doing a very good job on the wiki. I'm following it. And what I will do is I will make suggestions and maybe some edits or whatever directly on the wiki this week, because your first assignment is finished. Your second assignment is to link technology to the curriculum. So you'll be doing your technology and linking it to the curriculum. You will do very brief. I do not want you to do full lesson plans. These are descriptions of activities or lesson plans. And you'll include the standards, the AASL standards, the ISTE standards, and of course curriculum standards. But I want you to choose 2 different curriculum areas and different standards, of course, because there'll be different curriculum areas. And so it's 1 page each. It's not extensive, and you post it as a link. It's on a Word document, and post it as a link. Don't post the entire thing on the wiki. I want you to post it as a link. And on our wiki, there are tutorials. I created a Jing, a J-I-N-G, which you'll be using for your next assignment. It's a video, and it has voiceover, and it follows the cursor movements. And so it's a video tutorial on how do you create a link, because you just want to link to a Word document so that when the wiki user clicks on it, the document opens. You don't want the entire text on the wiki, because the wiki page is kind of short and brief about your tool. If you have any questions about this, please Skype me, email me. The way you Skype me is you become a member of Skype, and then you add me to your contacts, which is necessary both for week number 7 and if you want to talk to me during office hours. I have office hours from 5 to 7 on Wednesdays. But any other time, if I am in your contacts, when you go into Skype, you'll see a little green oval, and it will be green. And you can see next to the contact names, it will say Pam Berger, and if it's green, then it means I'm available. If I'm not available, I'll put a little gray marker on it, and it says not available. And so you can see that. And so if I'm totally green, my little marker is green, just click on it and it will call me and we can talk for a few minutes, and this way you can be able to use your video camera. So you can also email me if you don't want to Skype yet, that's fine too. Also, another suggestion I have is when you are developing the curriculum contacts, the curriculum connections with your technology and how you will use the technology with your with a new curriculum, I would suggest 2 things. One is reread the article that I posted last week that I wrote about inquiry and Web 2.0 tools. It's really important. You want to be able to develop a curriculum unit using your technology that supports learning. And one way is to think about what phase in the inquiry process, because inquiry is a framework for learning. What phase is the student at? And so see where your technology would fall. You can pretty well guess depending on what type of technology you have, but there is a chart in that article. So look at the chart. If your technology is not listed in it and you want to discuss this with me, especially those of you who don't have an education background. Many of you have been in education, you're teachers and you're kind of moving into the library world. Many of you are not, you're coming from business. And if all of the standards and the inquiry process and everything kind of confuse you, definitely email me and we can talk on Skype or we can talk on the phone and I'll help you with this. The other suggestion I have is to try using Google Docs. Look at Google Docs. It is an online word processing program. And it's really kind of nifty because you can have a partner and both of you use Google Docs and it's on a file server. So you don't have to be sending the document via email back and forth. It's a very collaborative way to work. And it's one in which your students can use. It's open to everybody. So if you want to just kind of try one more tool and take a little bit of a risk, go for it. Use Google Docs and let me know how it worked out. Okay, I think that's it for week 3. You're doing a very good job. I am still looking at all of your work. I am not interfering too much. I want you to get a sense of yourself in your different groups. But I will be, I am always lurking. I'm always reading all of your forums and your email. And I'm also watching how you're helping each other, and I think that's really, that's very good. That's exactly what we need to do as librarians, is to form a network, because most of the time we're the single librarian in the building. So networking is very, very important to you in your work. So I thank you very much for all your hard work, and I will be talking to you on, hopefully on Skype, on email, on forums this week, and have a good week. Thanks.